Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Investor More, and we're outside a property I bought about 6 to 8 months ago now that we've been working on, and we've wanted to make some pretty major changes on, and we're having some issues with the city. So we'll talk about that a little bit. We'll show you what work we have done. We have 2 units that are pretty much done and ready to re-rent again, and then we'll talk about the issues we're having on the other side of it as well. And we haven't been here for a few weeks, and notice the landscaping looks horrible, and I'm 90% sure it's on our list for our landscaper to mow and take care of, so we'll have to double check on that. But this property came with this old building, which originally was a car dealership, which is pretty cool, 100 years ago. It's been a church, all kinds of other things over the years, and it goes all the way back to that fence, and it includes that house right there too, which is still rented, and the tenants are still in there. But there's a back apartment there, an apartment upstairs, and then a main floor area that used to be a church, now it's vacant, and we've been trying to get approval to make that more apartments. And that's where we've kind of run into some issues. And I really didn't think it would be that big of a deal when I bought it, so I guess I should have checked that out a little more. But sometimes I do things that way, and usually it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So, of course, we love the likes, shares, comments, keep those coming. InvestorMore.com has tons more information on everything we're doing, free articles, videos, a list of all our flips and rentals are on there as well. And then, yes, I have 10 books on Amazon now too. So if you haven't seen those, check those out. I have, my latest one is my crazy story book. And this one doesn't make that. We've had lots more other crazy stories. So, all right, here's the main area. I think I've shown it with all the hardwood, or all the carpet off the hardwood, but I'm not positive. So when we bought it, it was covered in carpet. It has this really cool hardwood. Again, it's in good shape in some areas, other areas not so great shape. And then I thought for sure there's some kind of cellar or basement here, but on the other side we checked, and I think it's just a slab. It's hardwood on like a subfloor on a slab. So pretty rare to see that, but once in a while we do. You can see this big stage they built, kind of for the, I don't know if they built that for the church or is here before, but there definitely is some spots where the hardwood is gone there. So who knows what it'll look like once we take all of that out. So our whole plan here is to turn this into 2 apartments, kind of with a wall right in between there, an exterior door off the back here. Each one would have 2 bedrooms. We'd add another bathroom and a kitchen. Pretty simple. All of our people think it's pretty simple to do. We hired an architect. He said it was pretty simple, nothing big. And we talked to the town and asked them about it. Okay, so I thought this would be an easy change because it's already zoned multifamily. It's going to be multifamily. I thought it would be easy. I talked to an architect, a surveyor, talked to the town. The architect and surveyor thought it would be easy, but we've had lots of issues communicating with the town between the architect and the surveyor and me. And I was kind of letting them do it because I thought they would know better, having experience doing this and looking at codes and all this different things. But I just had a meeting with the town. I might have mentioned later in the video, I had a meeting with them scheduled. I did that already. And it sounds like I should have been more involved in this from the beginning and I was talking to the town, but just more talking to the town. And the architect and possibly the surveyor were just getting way ahead of themselves trying to submit a site plan, which is what is needed, but trying to submit it way before we knew what had to be in that site plan. So I had a pre meeting with the town, and next is a pre-application meeting, and that's when they tell you exactly what needs submitted, how to do it, how to make your site plan. And I think everybody's trying to submit that stuff before it was time to have it submitted. So you can see where the parking lot might be. We might have to pave that. They want us to pave that alley right there. But ironically, if you saw the apartments right across that alley, they're also doing the same process because even though they're already multifamily and trying to become more dense multifamily, they have to do a site plan as well. They're required to pave that alley there, so maybe they'll pave the alley before I have to pave the alley, and that'll save me some money, or who knows how that's going to work. But then there's also another alley directly behind my building that we might have to pave. So lots of interesting things. We might also have to add a water tap because there's only one water tap for this whole building plus the house next door. So that could add a lot to the expenses. I think it will still be worthwhile, but it's definitely a longer process than I thought it would be. A little more cumbersome, but I think we're going to get there. And I feel better now after meeting with the town what all is required. You can see we redid the laundry room. It had a laundry room here. We have 2 coin-op, or 1 coin-op washer, 1 coin-op dryer. We just put some of these in the complex as well, and we are getting ready to rent the complex part of it this week, so that's pretty cool. I have to go in there and adjust some of the prices and different things, which I learned how to do yesterday, so that's kind of fun. So I'll do that in here. So we have this main laundry room for what hopefully will someday be 2 apartments there. We have an apartment upstairs we'll show you, and then we have this apartment right here. When I bought the property, the church area was vacant, but these apartments were both occupied and not in amazing shape. So I'm kind of coming in the back way, so pretend I'm not walking this way, and this is our front door right here. So you walk in the front door, and it's not big, I'm not gonna lie. This is your living room. But we did redo the flooring, paint obviously, put in some new cabinets. We're waiting on appliances. It's so frustrating, everything we do, we're just waiting and waiting for stuff. Appliances are delayed, plumbing parts are delayed. It's been frustrating dealing with supply chain issues, but we can't do much about it, so we just work through it. But we have 2 bedrooms here, 1 here, and another bedroom right here. There you go. And then your bathroom is right here. That's been redone as well. So I don't remember what rent was on this one. I think it was it 800 or 700? It's a 2 bedroom, which is nice. It's kind of a weird layout, but I'm thinking we should get 1,100, maybe more for it. We'll see. And then your door, yeah, this door would shut here that goes to the laundry room. So there's that one. And then we have this other apartment over here. And so this would be an exterior door. And so the other apartments could get to the laundry room through these doors right here. They wouldn't have to go through that door anymore. And then this one has a locking door up here too. We did just paint these stairs, so that made a pretty big difference. Oh, we still have the carpet on there. I didn't notice that. This one was rented as well. I think this one was it 900? This is the one that was closest to market rent. And we might be able to get a little more than that, but it is just a 1 bedroom. But we didn't have to do much up here. Kitchen was already here, nothing fancy. The bathroom, we did a little work in. And yes, the toilet is weird. But we didn't have to do much here either. And then it's got nice big rooms. I took this flooring up to hopefully find hardwood, and we didn't. We found old, yucky flooring. So you can see we put the vinyl flooring back down. Big rooms. This is kind of a neat apartment, I think. So we'll see. I mean, might be able to get 1,000 for this one. Maybe, I don't know, that might be pushing it. We'll see. And then if we do the other 2 bedroom apartments down there, they'll be big and nice. I think those will be 1,300 each. We'll have to figure that out. But it's been a pain going through all this. But in the end, if we get everything done and rented and that income coming in, I bought this property for $510, I think. Can't remember now. There's a skate park we go to sometimes. It should be worth 800, 900,000, maybe even a little more after all is said and done, if we can go through all this and get this process done. So it's been tricky, it's been frustrating. We'll have to see how it goes with the city tomorrow. The other thing is they may make me buy another water tap too for this property, because I think both the house and this building are just on 1 water tap. And right now, a water tap for the type of water, CBT, which is the same river that runs by our river house, is $60,000 to $70,000 to buy 1 share of water. So it's pretty crazy, and that's just buying a share. That's not water tap or hookup or sewer or anything like that. So if you wonder why housing is very expensive in Colorado, that is a huge reason why, because we're at the top of the mountain. There's really nowhere else to get water except from our state and the clouds. So there's a shortage of it, it's very expensive, and it makes it kind of tricky building stuff. And if you need new water, very, very expensive. So, all right, there's an update on the property. Not a very, I mean, the apartments are getting there. We can rent those here real soon. But the rest of it, just taking so much longer and so much more hassle than we thought it would be. So we'll see how that goes. I'll have more updates. Hopefully I have good news tomorrow and we can go from there. One thing I forgot to add, we did ask the city, hey, if we don't make this residential, the apartments downstairs, we just leave it as commercial, move a business in here, can we do that? And they said no. The only thing you can keep in there is a church. If it's not a church, you have to go through the entire approval process and do all this work. That's the only way to have anything else in there besides a church. All right, thanks for watching. Love the likes, love the shares, love the comments. Keep those coming. And of course, check out investormore.com. We have lots of other videos coming up on our other projects, our flips, our rentals, our commercial properties, the store, the bar, all of that. So some are going great, some are going not so great, and some are just okay. So this one's kind of in the just okay, but moving towards the not so great phase, depending on how it goes here the next couple of weeks. All right, take care.